This is the project we're going to be working on today. My buddy actually bought this thing and started his business with it. Found it on Marketplace. It was pretty cheap. It was at an estate sale, got left over, and the new owner wanted it gone. So he swooped it up for a pretty good price. Started his business with it. It's a 853 Bobcat. Since then, he's done all right and bought himself a bigger one. He wants to sell this one, but it's got a pretty nasty oil leak. So we are going to, I guess we got to pull the engine on this thing. So I'm going to try and get her fired up, back it up so I can get to my firewood. Well, at least the battery was still good.
Yeah.
He's bigger than the machine. Oh yeah, buddy. Dude, that thing does a wheelie without a problem. So what are we gonna do here?
I think what we have is a leaky oil pan gasket, but I'm sure we'll find other things that it needs. I put probably 150 hours on this since I bought it. Got it for 3,300 bucks.
Oh yeah, she's definitely got some milk down there. Shoot. That doesn't look like it's gonna be too terrible. The engine is literally hanging off the back of the tractor.
Yeah.
Look how much wear it's done. Awesome. All right, let's get started. You'll have to take that intake elbow off. So we're just kind of, I don't know, shooting from the hip here. We watched a video of a guy taking this out on a slightly different machine, and it was slightly different. We got lucky though. Hopefully this petcock thing, oh, it does work. We can drain the coolant. Look at that. That's going to be a little while, but oh, I don't want to go too far and then spray myself. So what we need to do is I release the tensioner, because this would be your flywheel back here, pulley drive up to the hydraulic pump. We need to get this, like the bell housing, off. So we got to get the belt off first and the flywheel. Really not a lot of room in there. Welded a wrench to the muffler earlier, trying to get the battery out. That was good. Need a wrench? We got wrench. Hear it moving?
Yeah.
Try to see. That happened to you a lot? Show up and you're not quite big enough?
Oh, careful. Everything looks hard. See what I'm pushing on, make sure it's not like an injector or the oil cap.
Oh my gosh. Finally.
Yep, more weight savings. I don't think you need this either.
Just deleted it. Man. Oh. You're not going to need this either.
This drag tractor is going to be light.
Yeah. Man, they get tighter every time. Sticking a screwdriver onto the gear, the ring gear for the flywheel. Hoping to take, oh buddy, take the flywheel off and then the bell housing so that we can disconnect it from the pump. I think I said that earlier. That way we don't have to break the hydraulic lines to get it out.
Last one.
Ooh. We got all of them?
I think. Let's double check this last one.
Okay. Anybody want to sponsor me a new snap-on box? Or just give me a new rail? Junk. The final 3 bolts, and we believe we can pull the engine. We say that now, and it'll be 65 more bolts. So we're just removing 3 bolts with no idea what's going to happen after that. Cherry picker time. We believe there is 1 bolt holding it on, and we have that one 3/4 of the way out. But after pulling the flywheel off, discovered that the rear main is probably the culprit. But since we're so close, we're just going to pull it off, do the valve, or do the oil pan gasket. And this is ridiculously tight. I don't know how they put this in there.
There's this guy right here.
Yeah, and then there's one on the other side there.
Chain across from those two.
Yeah, but shoot.
Yeah, not going to do much lifting.
Probably. I don't know. They don't make this easy. They got this stupid thing in the way. Stupid structural support of the machine right in the way.
Oh, okay.
So we did that.
That's all it needed.
Yeah, but the tires were all off the bead and off the rim.
Right.
We could barely get it up on the trailer, but yeah, it's started. Go up some here. And yeah.
I was looking at it, it's not all that bad for
Something's hanging up. Oh.
That's our fuel line.
Here.
That should be coming. That was fucked up there because that should be going through the fuel filter before it goes there. And that's coming from, that's underneath the motor.
That's not what's holding us though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just dragging.
Oh, is it just dragging?
That's a return. That's
Okay.
what that is. So we do need to take that off. Grab.
That's the return back into the tank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just shooting, boys.
the water looks good.
Hang on. Go up some. There's that screwdriver. All this to get that one screwdriver. Oh yeah. Keep
Camera
going,
going
bud.
still?
Huh?
Camera's rolling?
Yeah.
That is exciting.
Oh man.
Mounted for the
Look at that.
off-grid over at the ranch, and I changed 3 of those in about 7 years. That one had issues, I don't know if that's an Azuzi deal or what.
People, they're pretty happy with these. And
The motor ran great, and the fuel mileage was great, or the, you know what I mean, what it burnt, it was really good, but I'd go out there, you know,
Cool.
it would come on automatically when I needed to
Plastic?
or whatever, but I'd go at least once a week, go check oil and that, and all of a sudden there'd be a big puddle of oil underneath, it was a rear main seal.
And you can,
Honestly, I don't think that was that bad. We got it out in like 3 hours.
yeah. I think you can put a turbo on these too, actually.
You
Oh, yeah.
can.
You can put this inside that truck out there. You didn't bring a rear main with you, just for off chance?
There it is.
Yeah. Throw that in the bucket.
I'm
Shoot.
so happy. Thanks for the help, Sam. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm. This one die too?
Yeah, I did.
Remember, that stuff's toxic. The old oven cleaner from the dollar store works numbers on all this junk. Oh, holding this light up to dead. We forgot we were making a video. So we are giving it the old toxic oven cleaner. This stuff is the best degreaser known to man that I've found. I mean, other people tell me something else, but that stuff you buy at O'Reilly or Napa or whatever, it is trash compared to this. So we'll let her soak for a little while. Sprayed the inside of the skid steer with it. I think you can already see it starting to just flake this stuff off. For $1, the price factor alone is where it's at. and it actually works. Make sure you are not downwind of this crap though. It'll kill you. Now we just got to go get the pressure washer. I don't have the heat pressure washer, so it's gonna suck. But it's your rig, so you get a pressure wash it. Be out here.
That's working really good. I can tell already.
Yeah. This stuff, I tell you, dude, this stuff is money. Gotta get that, get her soaked again there. All right, we'll fire up the tractor and go get that. Okay, so here's the culprit right here. I think since we're here, we're gonna go ahead and drop a pan and shoot it. Somebody's had this engine out before and taken this part off. I have no idea how Isuzu engines work, but this being that there's 2 rows of, I don't know, engine block, lower engine block, oil pan. I don't know, but I was kind of nervous that we were going to have to pull that apart. I didn't like that idea, but we just looked up a YouTube video, and it says just to pull her out. So, we're going to see if this will come out.
So nice working on this now that it's so much cleaner.
Yeah. I like it. You're going to need a new one of these here, Garrett.
Sweet, no way.
Dude.
That's awesome.
The guy in the video only had a screwdriver and did this. Hopefully you guys saw that. I don't know. Yeah, okay.
It actually looks really clean back here.
Really? You know what that little dust shield is for?
Yeah, it's like...
Gonna pop that off. We'll check the front main. Well, pretty happy with how all that went. We got 1 box full of accessory parts. Never pulled an engine out of a skid steer before. I wouldn't say I wasn't looking forward to it, but just the learning curve, first time into it, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know. Sprayed all that with oven cleaner. We're going to try and drag this thing outside tomorrow to pressure wash it off and make it nice and clean in there. The engine came out in about 3 hours. We spent next couple hours kind of cleaning everything. Got the rear main out, the oven cleaner to the block. Whole engine cleaned up really, really good as far as it was before. Got the front main. Had to put a puller on that. Luckily, I happened to have a puller that worked. It was just barely on there that you couldn't pull it off by hand. So front, rear main, we're going to knock those out, and probably the oil pan gasket while we have this thing apart, just because, shoot, I don't know, it's $1,000+ job to pull an engine if you had a mechanic do this. So we spent the day, hung out, had fun. That's Garrett leaving right now. And yeah, nice. We got pretty much all the tools and the mess picked up, put away. Only spilt a tiny bit of antifreeze. That is rare for pulling an engine. Just spilt a little bit. Almost perfect. But we'll see you guys when we got the new parts. In the toolbox.
I guess you guys all had to get attorneys involved, huh?
Yeah, $100,000 worth of attorneys.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice. Boone, where'd Sam go?
Bye, Steve. Who's up here doing stuff? All right. No, Boone, no. Catch air, catch air. Yeah. All right, got the engine out, new seals put in. Now we just got to put it in. So, oh, that's got to be the smoothest engine transition, snap my fingers, I've ever seen in my life. She's at the point where she's ready to fire up. There was literally nothing exciting that happened after we washed it. All we needed to do was pull the seals out, hammer them back in, and they were very obvious. Front and rear main seals were the culprit. So we're gonna see if this sucker will fire up. You got engine oil, hydraulic oil, coolant, tire oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
The brakes really good.
Yeah. Main thing when you're doing a brake job is you want to grease your brake pads. Fire it up. Let me give her a tap. Here, stay in there.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be vertical. All right, give them a try. They're good. Yeah, you're good. Give this thing an actual redneck overhaul. You did some legitimate engine stuff.
Yeah.
Normally a guy would just paint over the oil leak, but you're kind of a smart guy like that. Look at that. Well, now that it looks like a brand newish machine, all white where it needs to be, orange on the back, with the black on top, we need the decals. So, lovely Cricut, these things are pretty easy to make, homemade, if you got the material, machine. Let's go ahead and slap them on there. Now this thing will start to look and resemble something of a very fresh unit for the next owner. The paint, 30 minutes, maybe. I mean, it's rattle canned, it's not professional, but shoot, it makes the machine look so much nicer. It's going to get scratched, it's going to get rubbed off, that's fine. Same with the stickers, but it just looks dull and generic like this, so we're going to go above and beyond. It was probably 30-40 minutes. Taylor and I knocked these things out real quick. We even got the cat. So let's go ahead. They're mirror facing too, so they're looking opposite directions for each boom. Just copied the stickers that were on it. I guess they're factory. Took a couple photos, and we'll make her happen. Pretty close to me. Yeah. I believe this machine's a 1994. After the fresh paint job and new stickers, it doesn't look like a 1994. Looks like a 1995 any day of the week. But according to Google, I guess that's the right numbers. Those were on it, and that's what I put back on it. An 853 weighs 1,700 pounds. That's like, the blue thing would be like in real good competition with this, but let's check her out because I think my part of the job is done. This sucker's got a 58 horsepower engine. I didn't know that little devil in there was that intense. How do you open this guy? No, open up. Which one of you opens? There we go. Engine back in there. I think honestly, well, since we had it out, front seal needed to be done, but the rear main was the big culprit. Got that taken care of. Things that were done to this machine before he brought it and put it inside the shop. He was actually running this for his business, but it had the rear oil seal leaking and a couple of hydraulic oil leaks. But before he actually put it to work, he went through this, swapped out a bunch of hoses, fixed numerous leaks. And you know, this thing, story behind it was he found it on Craigslist for a pretty good deal. It was not running. Tires were flat. The guy just wanted it out of there. So he put a new starter on it, a new battery, limped it onto the trailer, just spewing hydraulic oil. I think a couple of the rams were probably leaking. Flat tires, I don't know if I said that, but he actually cleaned her up, got her working, sank a decent amount of money into it, and worked it enough so he could buy something a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger, or something like that. And this one's just been kind of sitting retired. He had a couple offers on it, but they weren't thrilled with the paint job, and he knew he had a couple things underneath that needed to be fixed. It's got a new belt on it because it's belt driven, because the engine's in sideways, belt driven to the hydraulic pump. New tensioner there. Redid a couple of the valves for the steer, for the wheels and stuff like that. So these, if you don't know old skid steer stuff, these are your tires or your tracks, and then you control the boom with your feet, which is really awkward if you're used to joystick controls. But so far, I think he's covered every leak this thing had. We buzzed in a nice little paint job, new decals. Those turned out great. Hopefully he shows up later today and gets this sucker out of the shop. We'll get something else in here. I think it turned out pretty nice, so I'm happy with it. He's got, this is his third skid steer now, so I don't think he needs this one. Be putting it up for sale pretty quick. If you guys are interested, you might email me. Maybe we'll make a deal. I'll close this and we'll go up and put that big bucket on. Those damn Bobcat controls, you want to see me mad. Me trying to figure those out. Yeah, it's a little squishy. Let's put the little bucket on it.
That doesn't smell like anything.
Water.
Yeah, it's just the water evaporating out of here.
Ain't no worries.
I do see oil right there. See that? But there's also oil on top of the gas can is not flat. It kind of bows down in a little bit. And all the hydraulic fluid that had spilt in there before that I couldn't get the rag to.
Okay.
I bet you that's what it is.
Fingers crossed. We're just gonna switch it over to the Kubota bucket. That black bucket weighs almost 1,000 pounds, so. Dude, it's gonna come off the bead. It's already coming off.
Is it?
Yeah, dang it. Love it. I know 100% that that machine right there could lift that thing up, probably throw it in the bushes. Wish I had enough views on my channel so I could do stuff like that. It would financially make sense. Just to throw a little skid steer out in the bushes. I would 100% click on that. There we go. That's gonna make a big old mess. Alright, you're done.
The shape of this bucket's funny.
Yeah.
It like doesn't
It-
come up.
It's not a skid steer bucket.
Yeah.
The skid steer bucket has a lot more of a tilt to it.
Oh, what's going on here?
Burning off some more garbage.
That doesn't smell. It just smells like water.
Oh, that thing's leaning on that. Well, it's not gushing engine oil out like before, so fresh paint. I'll call this fixed. We'll end it here. What do you think? Looks like a whole new machine. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video of us refurbishing and bringing this tractor somewhat back to life. It's been sitting for about 5 months while he's been doing other odd jobs with his newer machines. But we finally made some time to carve out to it. As we've actually, this video spread out for over several weeks. So sorry for the lack of footage in between putting the engine and stuff back like that, because I simply wasn't around. I was doing other projects. You saw Grandma's truck in the background is in the process of being painted. I'm really hoping that it gets done by the end of February. So that's where we sit with that right now, guys. But hit them like buttons for me. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers. We're getting closer. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.